So it's time for us to talk about the main topic tonight, and this is a very interesting one because we've seen our world change gradually and take a new shape and all of that. And the topic is: Are men suffocating in the world of newly found female dominance? Because when you look at the trend across the world, you see that women are stepping up, and now it's not enough for you to be a man. It's not about, oh, I'm a man, so I have to, be able to get these opportunities. You have to do a bit more. And now, a lot of women are stepping up. They're doing extremely well in their different fields and industries. And in opposite, we're getting a lot of feminine men. Men who would not expect women to do certain things. Now, my question is this. What do men do to turn things around? Women have collaborated over time. They've been there. We, the men, we celebrate them all the time. International Women's Day, Mother's Day, all types of day, and we're there. And the women also have been supporting themselves. They've been coming together, pushing, the same type of agendas. But for men, it seems like we're letting go, and over time we've become just bare, empty, and it's something worrying.
No, but it's the world we live in, though. It's the world we live in now. So because of, would I say gender equality or gender inclusion? I don't know what it is, but when I look at the world now, the first thing that comes to my mind is everywhere you go, there's either a woman leading the woman doing this.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it if she's competent.
Yeah.
But if you are trying to be gender inclusive, and you're not going to have somebody head an organization or somebody pilot a team that they are really not qualified for, but because we want to look very socially correct, what are you doing?
Well, in this case, in my opinion, I do not think that it's really about women. Now it's more about men. What are we doing and what aren't we doing right?
Okay, so in my own view, first of all, what should we do? Men, support
Support the women.
Support
Support
the
one
women.
another.
support the women. Because let me go back to the days of our fathers. That those days, the man is the muzzle of the house, the woman takes care of the children and the home. But those days, times are changing, things are changing, right? And right now, there's growth. Okay, we're going to use the case of the bank, one of the bank managers that she became the CEO. And I was checking her profile this afternoon. She has like 7 or 8 degrees.
Yeah.
And that is not just being so. She has a husband supporting her and allowing her. Now,
you think the husband is...
I don't know.
No, but
I don't know.
Just
Okay,
asking.
I
just want
when
to
I heard
that allowing her.
Yeah, allowing her,
wait
yeah.
for me to hit you, right? I got you.
Okay.
So from my own opinion, like I said, so it's, and again, the women there, that it's something called growth now. Yeah, competence is there. For you to have that kind of a degree, that means can we? I mean, I did degree meta self, but can we do
No,
So,
I get where you're coming from, but I think I know what the organization you're talking about. And if you look at that organization properly, the post she's holding now, in all honesty, I think she might most probably be the most qualified, right? But are we saying, was it a fair fight? Or are we just doing what everybody else is doing? Every bank has a female CEO, every bank has a female CEO. If she's the most qualified, there shouldn't be any conversation.
So I think she grew up into that post. She wasn't that CEO. She was also a deputy manager before, deputy director, managing director before then. So she grew up. But again, growth, competence, she prepared herself. Now, another thing that we see women up all around now, because most of these things are men, masculinity, men. So we see, okay, Olamide is now the CEO of TVC. Hey,
no, but I think right now we find more female CEOs than male CEOs. So let's be clear.
You said?
We have more female CEOs
so
than male CEOs.
I'm driving somewhere. So when you see a man being named CEO, hey, fine, he's a man, he's qualified, he owns it. It is right or whatever. But when a woman comes in play as that CEO, now there's attention. Oh, wow, what a man can do, a woman can do better, like they always say. So it's like an attention. Oh, wow, a woman, me, how, CEO.
But so I want us to go back to the main thing. What is it that men need to do?
Okay,
because
let me jump in real quick. And we were having this conversation before the show started offline. And I asked a very important question. I was like, are women really dominating now, or they're just being viewed as they're dominating? Are we just giving women certain roles to fulfill the quota that women are now in these positions? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because pick any industry now. what exactly have women totally taken over? Now, in this situation, yes, some men may seem to be suffering because we're now giving women the advantage. We're now acknowledging them. We're now looking at their qualifications and giving them roles over men. So for the men that feel they're suffering, are they really men? They've chosen to be lazy and say, I'm not going to step up in this world that is now recognizing and giving women responsibilities.
Okay, so in time past, it's you have a man, you have a woman. Both have the same qualifications, same experiences, same pathway in life.
Yes.
Formerly, it would have been easier for a man to get that role. But now, it's pure competition.
No, it's not competition anymore. Let's say it as it is. I know you people are afraid to say it. Now, in the world we live in today, if a guy is equally as qualified as a woman, it's most likely going to swing the woman's way. You people...
Why do you feel that?
Your opinion, why?
You see it every day. Let's not call her white, black. In the world we live in today, if a guy holds the same degree as a woman and they're vying for a top position, the company looks more socially responsible, saying we're led by a woman. Let's say it as it is. So it's not, at this point, it's not really about is he competent, is she competent anymore. Everybody's trying to play to the gallery, like, okay, you know what? Oh, I mean, this is what's trending. Inclusion. Yeah, that's
inclusion,
the word. Inclusion. And I don't have a problem with it if the woman is qualified. But if we're doing that just to fill certain quotas, you're shooting yourself in the leg. You're shooting yourself in the leg. But if she's qualified, so be it. Like, so be it. But if we're going to say, look, man, bro, we know you are supposed to be the one to get this, but, I mean, it's not going to be a good look if we don't have a woman on this table. If a woman is qualified to be on the table, let her be there. It's really just that simple.
But that, like you said, that's why some men now, like to answer your question, some men are now suffering to the point because they feel, I don't need to do much anymore because I know.
Oh, now you get to my point. Now you get to my point.
Do you understand? I know that if I vie for this position, as I am qualified, if she's qualified, they're going to pick her. So it's affecting me. So a lot of men are saying, I no longer need to give my all, because at the end of the day, they're going to pick a woman.
So remember, at the beginning of this conversation, I said now we're creating more feminine men. We have men who try to, you know, give reasons for certain things or give reasons for why they're not doing well in their, you know, different spheres
Hence,
of
they're
lives
bending over.
Yes, a lot of guys are bending over. It's really sad. But I'm thinking, and I hope I'm not wrong, but I'm thinking that, in all fairness to, you know, the women, you put a man and a woman, same job, same capacity, same input, most men still get paid more money.
That's a lie. That pay gap thing is a bloody lie. So when people bring up that conversation, I always laugh. Like, if you do exactly the same work, you can't even prove it. If you do exactly the same work, there's a pay attached to a role. Manager, 100K. Whether the manager is a man or a woman or a dog, it's 100K.
It's 100K.
Yeah, like, I can testify in my office, in my place of work. Nobody says because you're a man, you're going to be paid more.
Like,
for the same job.
That's the narrative that is weak.
For the same job,
so
doesn't happen.
I have on my team, I have the same number of guys as women, and I sell male clothes. One day I sat down and I'm like, how is it that I have all these women on my team? I mean, we sell clothes to men. Even me, I sat down one day, I'm like, bro, how did we get to this point where we employ women? If they are competent, let them do the job. And I don't even have to look at the payroll. This is the pay for this position. If you fit in, if you don't, you can't tell me that this lady now, the bank would now say, because you're a woman, we're going to pay you 100K less. No, it's not possible now.
Yeah, you get what the job offers.
You get what the job offers. It's not possible. That pay gap is just social media yams. It doesn't exist.
Do you agree to it?
Yes, I do. I do, because the pay is a constant.
It's constant.
Yeah. So it's defined.
It's defined already.
But again, let's go back to that your question, that what will the man do if the position is out there and the woman gets it? I'm so sorry for that man, because it's going to be like kind of heartbreaking. Yeah, it's going to be heartbreaking. But again, you just have to support the team. It's like I said, support. You just have to still support. It's the team. Yeah, the woman is leading. Then you have to support. There's nothing you can do or get out. But hey, that's
so. How do you guys think this is shaping the society and the future moving forward?
Let me tell you what I feel. I think we're in dangerous territory, because at some point, a lot of men are saying, like you said, getting more, can I say feminine?
Yeah.
Are saying, okay, let's take the back seat. let's allow women to thrive. Let's sit at home. Let's be the house husbands. Let's let them go out there and have a hard day's work. Let's have them experience the realities of life. Do you understand? Hoping that when they experience it, they'll come back begging and crying. And some women are that disciplined and strong and stubborn to say, we're not coming back home. Men are the ones now stuck in the homes and the rest. So we might get to that point whereby where the house husband, men want to be taken care of to an extent. They want to be taken care of and pampered and have you pay the bills. So that's what's happening, I think. A lot of men are pushing women forward. Go and experience it. Then you know what it is to be a man. I saw a story, I think it was also on the group, of a guy that dated somebody for 5 years. She took care of him. She was making 120,000.
Yeah.
He was making 30,000. They dated for 5 years, and he decided to. She gave him his car, everything.
Yeah.
And he decided to end the relationship. It just looked like just look at what happens when women take the role of men and when men are acting like women. A lot of people are condemning the guy, but I was like, but it's the same thing when a man has built up a woman and she leaves him.
Yeah.
You get where I'm coming from? A man builds up a woman, she leaves him. A woman builds up a man, he leaves her.
Yeah.
But oh my God, how can he leave her? So a lot of men are looking at the situation whereby let's let the women have these roles. Let them taste it and see how it feels and come back begging and feeling like we made a mistake. But women are standing strong and saying,
strong.
we're not coming back.
Okay.
We are going to bear this, stay this way, and it's going to affect the home at the end. We should be able to come to a compromise and be able to say, you know what, let's do this 50-50.